To Sideline Sports, everybody. I am Trevor. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We're going to talk about the Niners versus Vikings. It was a 17-22 loss and how that's going to transition into the Rams game tomorrow. I apologize ahead of time for not having the video out yesterday, but I made a little mistake on the microphone issue, so we're re-recording today. Today, Alex Belfor is with me as a co-host, and hopefully he'll be around for more podcasts in the future. But for now, let's just do a quick injury report. Deebo Samuels is going to be out for the Rams. CMC is still out long term. Hopefully probably get him back in week 8 or so. And Greenlaw's out indefinitely as well. But on the bright side, we might get Hufanga back on Sunday. We'll see. So let's just kind of jump into it a little bit about the Vikings game, and then let's talk a little bit more about how we think the Niners are going to go forward, and they're playing against the Rams since we're already on Saturday and the game's tomorrow. So first off, Purdy went 28 for 36 to 319 yards and one touchdown, which was good, respectable. Mason ran the ball very well as usual as his first two games. He is running off the charts, and he's a good replacement for McCaffrey. While McCaffrey's out, he ran with 20 attempts, 100 yards, and 1 TD. And then Samuels had 8 receptions and 110 yards. Kittle is still not being used as much as we'd like, as we talked earlier. I still think he's being undervalued here and underused. He's got 7 receptions in the last game for 76 yards. He did have a touchdown, so that was good. So I think they were just he's getting a little bit more attention, but still not the kind of attention that we would like. And then Jennings had 2 receptions for 39 yards, and Brandon Ayuk is still missing in action, kind of. He had 4 receptions for 43 yards, and I don't know if he's just in the doghouse right now. Most likely he is, but we're going to need to see him amp it up against the Rams because we have injuries. And now we're looking at Kittle, who has a hamstring injury. We don't know if he's going to play or not, but as of yesterday, he missed practice. So I don't know. The backup is Eric Saubert. He didn't really have much competition at the tight end position in training camp, and he did fairly well. But Alex, I don't know. What do you think about if Kittle's going to play? Do you think he's going to play, or do you think maybe they'll sit him out with the Rams team being as injured and banged up as they are? Not sure if they're just going to take a flyer and try and work with Eric Saubert or not, but what do you think? Do you think the backup can do the job? And do you think if Kittle plays, he's going to need to be targeted more? And do you think that Brandon Ayuk needs to kind of step up his game a little bit? I mean, I think all those things need to happen. But what's your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I'm kind of flip-flopping on whether he's going to play, because if they're missing Cooper Kupp, looks like,
yeah,
and some other players, and Puka Nakua, hopefully I got the right.
Nakua, yeah.
Nakua, sorry.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
No worries.
It's like knee squash salad or beef salad.
Yeah.
I think they might rest him. Like, I'm not saying they're trying to tank this game, but if you have Mason, John Jennings had 2 catches, but for 37 yards, 18.5 yards a catch. I mean, they need to use him more. They need to be like, you need to do something. Because if he can do that, it would take the pressure off. Because, Deebo had 110 yards, but now they're saying he's out. Kittle's out. I think Ayuk and Jennings have to carry and load more.
Yeah. I definitely agree Jennings needs to step up, but he doesn't need to step up. He needs the opportunities.
He needs more opportunities, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying, they could definitely use him more, because look at the 2 catches he got. Those are chain-moving catches.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he only had 2 receptions, but he did have 39 yards on those receptions. And, I mean, he almost had as many yards as Brandon Ayuk, and Brandon Ayuk had 2 more receptions. So it goes to the point of Brandon Ayuk definitely needs to step it up and show that he's worth the $30 million a year he just signed. He made a big deal about that contract, and he didn't show up to training camp at all. He held out. So he's kind of got to put his cards on the table and start playing, as far as I'm concerned. If you're going to sit out training camp, you're kind of telling everybody that you're good to go, and you don't, and you deserve that money, and you don't need to be there. And if you get paid, you can show up, and you're just going to play. I mean, that's the kind of caliber wide receiver you are when you get paid that kind of money. So I expect that.
Yeah, I think he's gonna show out today or tomorrow. Excuse me. I think they probably are looking at it going, Kittle gets hurt more, because you should have enough weapons with, like, if Mason's doing what he's doing, continues, and you have Juszczyk, can be an outlet. Juwan Jennings isn't being used enough.
Yeah.
I just saw it. It's what they paid you for. Carry a game.
Definitely, and he's going to have to tomorrow. And Brock Purdy, this is a great opportunity for Brock Purdy to actually step up and show that he doesn't need every single weapon at his disposal to be a good quarterback. All right, guys, sorry about that. I had to actually cut out from Alex because the sound is cutting out right at the middle of our video. I don't know what's going on. I will get that figured out ASAP. But thanks, Alex, for joining. He is going to be my co-host going forward whenever he has the opportunity to do so. So I appreciate that. And let's just finish up the conversation then. Of course, we want to see Brock Purdy show that he can go ahead and take the team down on his back and win a game when he doesn't have all of the weapons at his disposal. Sorry. So let's just talk about it. If Kittle's out, he has a backup tight end that he can go to. Brandon Ayuk's got to show up and start playing football. He only got a few receptions. I hope that's not a little bit of the coach saying, hey, you got to earn your spot because you missed a few catches before because we lost to the Vikings and we could have used a few more targets towards Brandon Ayuk. But I digress on that one. Let's just go to let's just talk about what's relevant. Kyle Shanahan got outcoached by the Vikings 100%. His offense looked vanilla. He really didn't have a game plan, it looked like, going in there, which is strange. I normally don't see that from Kyle Shanahan. And basically, I would like to see Shanahan come back and slaughter a Rams team. This is a Rams team. It's an injured Rams guy. It's an injured Ram, okay? It needs to be put down, and the Niners need to put this Ram down. So that's what's going to happen on Sunday. The Niners are going to come in. Brandon Ayuk is going to get a coming out party finally for this year, score a couple of touchdowns, and go for a few hundred yards. That would be an amazing thing to see, and I think it's time for Brandon Ayuk to show up and show people what $30 million paychecks look like on the field, because you can't buy talent, guys. He's a talented player, but as soon as you get paid, that doesn't mean it's going to show up on the field that way. These guys need to show up and play with about what they're worth. I mean, sometimes contracts need to be incentivized, I think, for players to continue to play at the high level. I don't think Brandon Ayuk's that guy, but he needs to get out there, man. He's got rust, and I'm tired of seeing the rust. I mean, we got injured players. We need people to step up. He's a veteran. We need veterans to step up and play football. So, not a good game against the Vikings. Better have a good game against the Rams. All right? So we need to see Brandon Ayuk step up. We need to see Shanahan not get out coached and not start to freeze up when he starts losing games in the fourth quarter, because he is 0-36. He has not won one game in 36 games when he's been down by 8 points, and he has only won one in 30 games when he's been down by 5. That's horrible. I could coach the 49ers and get at least 2 or 3 wins down by 5 in the fourth quarter, guys. It doesn't make sense. I could do that, I believe. Just out of dumbass luck, if you give me 36 attempts, I think I could get 5 or 6 wins. I really do. He doesn't. I don't understand it. So let's see what happens, but we need to see this coach learn to adjust and transition as the game unfolds. Okay? It's frustrating at this point. We lost 2 Super Bowls that way, and now we're losing regular season games that way. I can't stand this. He's a great coach. He needs to step up in that department because it's happening more and more often. I think we're all seeing it. Secondary got torched against the Vikings. Torched. Okay? Looked like crap. Secondary needs to come out against the Rams and cover like they did in the first game against the Jets. Okay? I don't know what happened with the Vikings. They must have got on a plane and got tired. I don't know. The defense wasn't getting on the quarterback, but that's another problem. Is Bosa worth the money? Bosa is a great lineman, but he's not getting at the quarterback enough. He's not putting enough pressure on. Hargrave isn't even showing up, guys. He's not even showing up. Who knows what he's doing? He's just like out there, standing around, I guess. We got him from Philadelphia thinking we were getting a good defensive lineman that could put pressure on the quarterback. Nope. Hasn't happened yet. Hargrave, the grave digger. He's not digging any graves. He has not been digging any graves this year, and he didn't do it last year. When are you going to start digging graves, Hargraver? Huh? Huh, grave digger? Hargrove? Hargrove, the grave digger? When are you going to start digging graves again? Would you take a vacation? We need to see Hargrave come back and start digging graves. I'm getting irritated by the defensive line and the lack of pressure to the quarterback. But the secondary is better this year. You could see it going up to the Vikings game. I don't know what happened with the Vikings, and we got a new defensive coordinator, Nick Sorensen. So let's see if Nick Sorensen can put it together and get a get-right game back with the Rams. We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens with all that, but I do see a game against the Rams where we can get back on track. And then the week after that, we got the Patriots, which we should definitely be slaughtering as well. So the next two games are not hard games to win. We should win them even with our injuries of Kittle and Christian McCaffrey out. And Hufanga might be back. Hufanga might be back on Sunday. That would be great to see. If he's back on Sunday, let's get it. Let's get it. We need our starters back. We need our full core back, and we're not going to see that till after the bye week, which is in week 9. So, guys, we got some time without Christian McCaffrey, and that sucks. We need Christian McCaffrey back. He is a workhorse, and we need him back. So, we're going to have to tread water until then, but are we really treading water? We have Kittle. We have Brandon Ayuk. We got Jennings. We got Samuel. Samuel's out this week, but that's okay because the Rams are hurt, and we can do without Samuel probably this week. But we need Samuel back. Samuel out, Kittle out this week, and we need Ayuk and Jennings to step up, and we need to see some of the other guys kind of do some things. We're going to see Mason run the ball like crazy, and we know he will because he's just having an outstanding start to the year, and I only expect him to get better and better as we go along. The guy just looks like a superstar in the making. So let's see where we go with that. But I do believe that we got Mason, holding it down until Christian McCaffrey comes back strong. I'm happy we got him. We got lucky that we got him. So let's see what happens with that. Let's see if the secondary can get it going. Let's see if the defense can hold the Rams down. And let's go Niner Nation. Let's go Faithful. Thank you for your support, everybody. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. And we'll be doing a post game on Tuesdays now because I can't wait until Friday to do Niner football. I can't wait for a podcast until Friday. So Mondays are Raiders, Tuesdays are Niners. And then we're going to talk Warriors and Giants later on too because we got some news with that. Jimmy Butler might be coming to the Warriors if we're lucky. It's a rumor right now, but would be a good one. Would be a good guy to pick up. That'd be awesome. So let's see how it goes. And remember, hard work beats talent when talent don't work, guys. See you in the next one.